Hello, it's me. Just in case the other video I have to delete because I'm using a new tripod, and I'm able to see what I am doing along with you seeing what I'm doing. And, I just want to make sure that I'm in the right orientation for when I go to edit. And let's see how this works out. I think everything is good, but okay, it's been a crazy morning. Like I said, just in case, I did do a test. And so, just in case, I did do a test, but just in case, I have to get rid of that other video. Hello, how is everyone? How are you doing? It's WIP Wednesday. It's John's birthday. It's been a crazy morning. I'm all over the place as usual. And, being that it's WIP Wednesday, it's Woman in Gold, and I want to do her hair. Estelle, you're getting your hair done. And yeah, I figured that would be the easiest thing for me to conquer today, is getting her hair done. Oh, the pleasure of putting these drills down. My orientation here for this canvas is a little bonkers because, this canvas is a lot of different, like right here and right here. Like, these are not the same drills that are in here, and these are different drills. And like, there's just these little mosaics of different, like they're like their own little portraits is what it's like. It's like there's a little portrait in each one. Let me pull out here. Yeah, maybe that'll help too. I don't know what you can see and what you can't see, but yeah. So it's like a little, maybe should I pull in further? I could do that too. That's good. Yeah, so I mean, I remember this painting. I did it once before with Diamond Painting Shop. Did he take that light off? My husband's home today, and everything is like 50 questions, where I'm just like, in that department, I don't ever ask a lot of questions. I don't know why. I think because I just use my common sense. I'm not saying that he doesn't, but I don't worry about things until I have to. I don't need to ask 9,000 questions for every viable possibility that might happen. I just kind of, I guess because it's my yoga training and I know that things are constantly changing, and what you tell me right now might not be what happens, just in case something doesn't happen. I need to, I don't know. In that respect, I just am like, I get an answer and it's like, okay. I don't go into all the what ifs. I mean, some what ifs are, you need to know. But I feel like most of them, I don't know. I'm just happy with an answer, I guess. Maybe that's it. Am I still in this shot? Yeah, I'm still in there. How about that? I like looking over and being able to look on top of the phone. And I'm sure you guys are probably saying, well, don't you do that anyway? No, I don't. You mean you don't use... I'm so confused. Am I filming from the front camera or the back camera right now? I have no idea. I am going to do every other row. Black is difficult to see though, and I feel like I don't have proper light here. I don't know why. It seems like my light has been played around with. Oh, this is going to give me those. This light right now is going to give me those auras around my eyes if I continue looking at it like this, because it's bouncing off. Yeah, I'm having a difficult time seeing here. Not good. I'm not going to get a headache from this. Okay, better. I got a headache the last time because I was, I had the way the light was, it was causing an aura, and I was ignoring it because I wanted to get my diamond painting done. And then, you know, when I turned the lamp off, it was like that aura of light was still there. How is everyone? Were you able to look at my video yesterday with the confetti? And what was your feeling on it? Bud is a different type of mosaic than this. It is a mosaic though, but it's a different type of mosaic. Not like this one. This one is like little portraits inside of a portrait. Even the way that Klimt went about sketching Adela, she was in her salon when he sketched her, and you know, you really can't tell from his sketches if she is standing up or sitting down. Is that, I believe, looking at the photograph, oh, this will drive me nuts. This, only go for square. These I use, these are my designated, it's a cuticle scissor, but they're designated for my diamond painting because that's what I would use if I was doing somebody's nails. And, you know, most of the stones that we put on people's nails are round. So why wouldn't I do that here when I have to take them off? And I had a big boo-boo the other day. Oh my God. I put the wrong color down. I mean, I caught it in time, but I still put a lot of them down, and I was just like, oh my God. But it was, if I was doing it with the tweezer, taking them off, I would have scratched them all. But with this, I just go right in and pull up, and I don't scratch the drill. This area is getting a little tight here. So yesterday I did use my Diamond Art Club because I had a Diamond Art Club canvas and Diamond Art Club drills, and it did very well. So let's see how it does with this. This is Diamond Dots. I wonder if Diamond Art Club will ever do a woman in gold. I really see how it, when you are with, this is my 2 cents, my 2 pennies worth. When you use a longer multi-placer that holds a lot of drills, my drills are off just by a hair, and I have to go back and I have to play with them. I'm gonna try it again. I think they're aligned pretty neatly. Better. And it might be me, and I'm sure it is, because I've said this a lot of times. When I go to place my drills down, my hand turns just a little bit. I don't know if it's because I'm trying to see, but I do like this multi-placer because you just have to align the side of your placer, align it with the line parallel. Like I tend to go this way a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. I tend to go this way a little bit when I'm just a hair. So I could use this as a tool to just be mindful of, yeah, that's a lot better, of my placing. Yeah, these are all crooked up here because of the light. I couldn't see what I was doing. Putty on a canvas. Pet peeve. Definitely. Definitely a peeve of mine. I am coming out with some tips and tricks for color blocking. I'm not using them here because I'm still working on them. But I think that color blocking has a few ways that it can be improved upon and to make it easier. Now you're probably thinking what could be easier than color blocking, but after this is, I'm having flashbacks of lady in boa with feather hat, and her boa was just rows and rows and rows and rows of black drills. And I can't tell you, I think out of the entire painting, I fussed with that area more than anything. Okay, definitely me. I can tell that I can get a good placement here. I'm very happy. I can get a good placement here. Just being mindful of the way that I hold my hand. Super, super straight for me. Super, super, super straight for me. Even with the little random ones that are jumping on. That's not a great pickup, but I'll try. I heard one drop, and I think it was this one here. My trash tray is always missing from this. I don't know why. When I do see it in there, I'm so happy that that it's not wandering around my desk somewhere. My desk, again, needs to be clean, needs to be organized. Really needs to be cleaned and organized. Again, it's an ongoing process, that's for sure. I don't want to push with my putty. There we go. That's one of my favorite pens there. And it's from Temu with my star or skinny placer that I love. Every time I have this canvas out, I feel like I'm in my jewelry box. You know, looking for something to put on, something to wear. It's just so sparkly and shiny and beautiful. And with all the enhancements, I think there's 11? Yeah. There's more enhancements than there are regular drills. Betsy let me know that she tried my Tip Tuesday. She let me know that she tried it and she loved it. And Gabrielle also does the trick with the tray that I demonstrated on, was it Tip Tuesday? No, I think it was on Bud that I used for my Chaos Confetti to Calm that I do every Tuesday. And I have my husband's Chaos shirt on because that was the name of his band. I have to get the picture of him. When he moved into this house, we now have a deck, but he had a deck and then he took it down. But when he moved into this house, he had a street party for everyone on the block. And there's pictures of him on the old deck with his band playing, and he has this shirt on. And over the years, like, John and I would run into each other because, you know, we went to the same school, we lived in the same neighborhood. He grew up right next door to my cousin. They were good friends. John, I also have a picture of me and John at one of my cousin's birthday parties. And we're about 5 years old. And I'm at one end of the table with, you know, hands up in the air, like, birthday cake, probably stuffed. Looks like I'm like on a sugar high, which is like the same thing today. I'm always the one, you know. We went to the restaurant the other day, and I was like, "You can keep the food. Just give me the Black Mission fig creme brulee, please." And Johnny's at the other end of the table, and he is, you know, can't sit still. He's squirming. He's jumping out of the seat. I'll have to get that picture and show you guys. It's so funny. So we've known each other for a long time, and at one point, I was doing, I was going back and forth to New York a lot, and when I would come into Philly, there were certain places here that I just had to, you know, go to. Why did I pick you up? Go away. That I would go to, and one of them are one of the local places that really reminded me of, like, it was almost like I didn't even leave New York, and I would go there for dinner, and I was working all day, and I was like, I think I'm going to go over to the South Philly Grill. And I put it on Facebook. I'm like, does anybody want to meet me at the South Philly Grill? I'm going for dinner, love some company. And I had 30 people show up. How blessed am I? And I had on a black shirt that had angel wings in the back, and Johnny had this shirt on that said chaos. And so I have a picture of him and I hugging, because I had not seen him in a while, and he showed up. He was like, hey, you know, like most people, they were like, you're eating dinner alone, I'll come and keep you company. The restaurant had to throw us out on the on the sidewalk with tables because we were just so loud and rowdy. I mean, like, of course, 30 people showed up. We had such a great, I love evenings like that are unplanned, and, you know, just like, oh, somebody want to join me for dinner? And all these people, my friends showed, my girlfriend Angel, and Catherine, and Mark, and John, and, oh God, who else was there? I'm sure I have a picture. I have a picture. I have receipts for everything. That's my other passion, photography. And so John had this shirt on, and I had a shirt with angel wings in the back. And it's so funny because I'm hugging him, and all you see is the back of my shirt and the front of his. The angel in chaos. And every time I look at these pictures of me and John from the times that we've gotten together as friends and shows that I went to support him and his band, or open mics and stuff, I just laugh. I'm like, if anybody would have told me I would have been married to John, I would have been like, no way. I don't have to, I couldn't see myself married to somebody that was so high energy. But, you know, here we are. And his friend John was like, I never thought Johnny would get married. Never. Never. He's like, you took him right down, Lisa. Oh my God. You took him right down. Why are you not sticking? Let's go. There is no glue edge here. So that's why there's no, I don't have my washi or anything here. That's just the back picture. The glue actually ends right with the drill. I love that. Do I want to put these couple of strays in that are over here? These couple of stragglers. Is this a hunk of glue? Okay, let's fill in. I'm starting to meander. Rein her back in. I'm picking up a lot of riders on the side. Huh. I'm watching Foofy. He's trying to get comfortable in his chair. That's what, well, in my chair, actually. This is something new now. He gets up. When I come to sit down in the chair, he comes over and he cries. He cries. Get up out of my chair. So I lost my chair. I lost my chair. He has it now. It says, I didn't tell you guys yesterday because I had to do the video tutorial for, chaos and confetti, and he ran out of the house yesterday. My husband went outside to see our neighbor because she got a new car, and he was saying, congratulations, oh, it's beautiful. And this one snuck out right underneath his legs and went out, ran out the door and went under a car. And I'll tell you guys, I was freaking out. I was literally freaking out because I was like, if something happens to this cat, it's just going to be the end of me. Look a little, is it me? But that drill looks like it's sunken down. It could just be, the angle that I'm looking at this. But it didn't look as high as the other ones. Huh. I've been giving myself a break from the Kennedys, but not Sherry Denise. Chur Denise. I gotta remember this girl's name. Chur Denise. She's reading Ask Not, the book on the Kennedy men about the women that they destroyed. I don't know that I actually go for that title because it's just like, well, I'm an idiot and I have no free will and I don't have a brain in my head and I'm just going to stay and let them destroy me. I don't understand. But, these men were destructive. Absolutely, they were destructive. But, you hung around for it, so, I don't like that title. Anyway, she's got another book that she's reading about is it the nanny or the maid for Princess Diana? And I gotta tell you, she wasn't cutting Diana any slack at all. She was really holding her to the fire for her responsibility in with the children. And I might read that next. But I was like, let me take a break from these Kennedy men because it's a story about really Carolyn. I always want to say Carolyn Bessette. That wasn't her name. Carolyn, I'm thinking of the actress. And then I think of Jackie Bouvier. That wasn't her name either. I can't remember her name. It came to me the other day, but John's wife. So it's about her. It's about Jackie. It's about Marilyn. I'm on to the part now with Marilyn. But in between, there's two other women that JFK had an affair with. Very young women. Extremely young. Just so pure and innocent. And yeah, those girls, I would say, he destroyed because they didn't know it hit them. As far as, Jackie and Marilyn and even Caroline, I would say you knew what you're getting yourself into. There were plenty of freaking red flags. But these girls were just had like stars in their eyes because, oh my God, it's Jack. It's Jack Kennedy. Oh my God, how glamorous. He's taking me out to Manhattan and, meeting the president. And, they were young girls, naive. And so I had to get off of that whole thing. Had to get off of that because Jackie went from the fire right into the frying pan. When she finally got her life back, because she knew what Jack was. Nobody was pulling any wool over her eyes. She went with Aristotle, which I was a young girl and I didn't understand that. But so I was like, I want to watch something on TV. I don't really have the attention span to sit and watch something. I always feel like I have to be doing something else. So I decided that I had something to do in front of me, and I was like, oh, I want to listen to something. And I ended up going on Netflix, and I am hooked now on The Empress, if only for the costumes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, first of all the women are beautiful, and the men are handsome, and it's just so interesting, such an interesting story. And I love a woman. Maybe that's why I'm getting annoyed with the Kennedys. I love a woman that knows her mind and knows what she wants, and it didn't matter at what time she was born, and no one was going to tell her what to do. And that's what I love about Bridgerton. Out of all the women in Bridgerton, my favorite is Eloise. I love Eloise. I've loved Eloise as a little girl. I love the book Eloise. That's where the name Petalbell comes from. Because I know if Eloise grew up on my street, me and her would be best friends. Elisa and Eloise. And even Eloise in Bridgerton. If she grew up on my street, me and her would have been best friends. Very independent, spirited, fiery. And that's what the Empress is like. She's young, but she knows her own mind. She knows what she wants. I was a loner as a kid. I used to sit back and watch other kids, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what the hell are they doing? I was never really curious about the games that they were playing, or I was more creative. I wanted to do creative things. I would go get a song book. They sold song books when I was a kid, and all the songs were in there and all the words, and it was like a teen. But I wasn't a teen. I was young, but I guess it was aimed towards teens because like David Cassidy was on the cover. At one time, Sean and Leif Garrett. I'm really aging myself. Robbie Benson, Donny Osmond. It was like Heartthrob magazine. Those were our choices, ladies. But inside, they would have like whatever was the hit on the radio. They would have the song and the lyrics. And my girlfriend had a porch, and that was our stage. My one neighbor, the girl with the porch, she was my friend because we used to put shows on. Oh yeah, I was Diana Ross too. And we would get dressed up, and we would tell all the neighbors we're having a show, because the neighbors were all out. The neighbors were all on beach chairs. It was such a great time to grow up. You knew your neighbors, and they knew you, and your neighbors were all snitches. If you tried to do anything when your parents weren't home, boy, oh boy, you couldn't get away with it. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. They were like CSI, the neighbors. They'd rat you right out. And yeah, we would tell all the neighbors because they would be on beach chairs, and we would I had a close and play record player, which was like a suitcase, and then when you put the record on, when you close it, it played. So I was always DJ. Everybody listened to what I wanted to listen to. I had two records. I had Petulia Clark's Downtown, and I had Jerry Lee Lewis's Great Balls of Fire. That's when I was 5, and I was the DJ for when I lived on the little house that I grew up in, and I was the DJ, and I wasn't allowed outside because I had epilepsy, and if I got like overheated or overstimulated, I would have a seizure. So, and I had like 50 kids on my street, and they would always come by my window. I was like the Pied Piper. I lured them over to my window because I would play the music, and they would all scream and shout and dance. And I was like, hey, I need some new records. I would tell my mother, I need some new records. I need some new 45s. But my husband played Downtown for me at the wedding. My husband was everything. He was the coordinator. He was the DJ. He was the decorator. He did everything, and he was the groom. Because John is just like, he's never been married. I was married before, and I was like, I'll do whatever you want, whatever you want. He's like, well, this is what I want to do. And I was like, okay, we'll get. And he's like, no, I want to handle everything. I'm like, John, you're also the groom. You might want to take a little off your shoulders. He was like, no, I got it. And he did it. He did it. He did everything. And he was like, what was your favorite song as a kid? I was like, Petulia Clark's Downtown. I think it's a lot of people's. I don't care what age group you're in. I think a lot of people know that song and love it. It's such an uplifting song, too, because she's talking about if you're lonely or if you're down, get yourself together. Put your lipstick on. You can ride the subway and you can go downtown. You can go where all the lights are bright. I might break out into a song. You never know. Estelle, my hair looked like this the other day, and I have the video proof too, because I took a look at myself in the camera, but I was so like, I put the community calendar up, and I asked you guys you were most looking forward to this week, and you all said Tip Tuesday, and I was like, what? Oh my God, okay. And I was so happy that I got right up on the camera. My hair was like still all high from the night before. I found some good hairspray. It's got like a bamboo fiber in it, so like it builds your hair. Oh, it comes in a blue bottle. And boy, let me tell you, that stuff gives you some texture and hold. And my hair was real. It was like double the size. Talk about Diana Ross. That's what I looked like. Look like I had Diana Ross here. I love Diana's hair. Goddess Diana Ross. My cousin he's always been in love with Diana Ross. Do you know people that only like listen to like one person over and over again? Like, I've known people that won't listen to anybody else's music except for like say Al Martino. We had someone in the family that's all they felt like Al Martino, no one can hold a candle to him, and so that's all they listened to. They didn't listen to anybody else. They didn't listen to no one else. Al Martino, that was it. And my cousin, he could listen to Diana Ross every day, 7 days a week. He loves her. Loves her. In fact, when we went to his 60th birthday, they played Boss when he came in. Good times. So I went to my doctor to talk to him about this thing that's on my hand from diamond painting. And he's like, yes, you have a synovial cyst. I'm like, what do I do? He's like, oh, soak it in hot water. I'm like, it's not working. What else do I do? He's like, hey, you're getting older. You might have some arthritis. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, stop talking because I don't like what you're saying. He's like, well, you're getting older. It's not fun. I'm like, no, but it is a privilege. It is a privilege to get older. A lot of people don't make it. Where'd you go? Oh, Estelle, your hair is as dark black as night. This is making me nuts. You guys, tell me what you're working on. Tell me what WIP you're working on. Because I do look them up. I do. If I don't know what you're working on, I look it up. I want to see what you're working on. This line looks a little crooked here. I didn't put my release paper down correctly. I think I became friends with this multiplacer. Oh, Estelle, your hair's so pretty. Now where are we going? This is a partial too. So her face and her shoulders and her arms are no diamond drills. I could go with the K because they're real pretty. I just don't want to meander too far. I want to stay close. So I'm gonna do this section right here. I'm gonna stay close to the canvas. Here's one little black one here. Okay, don't meander. Stop looking. I should just stick a piece of release paper over this because I'll just keep wandering up top. Going to fold it in half. I did have one that was half. What did I do with it? I think I put it away because it was like, no, not that one. Now I want it. No, I'll keep picking him up. There we go. This way I don't, I have to like make things, my vision, get out of my way. Like, I don't want to keep looking at you because I'll keep meandering around the canvas. I went to, John was like, what about if we go to breakfast before you go to your doctor's appointment? I'm like, yeah, okay. So we went to my local cafe called Homegrown. And what is so cool about Homegrown is that it's what you would have in your house to eat. Like, or I should say, like childhood favorites. So like you can get eggs with like tater tots, and you can get he's got me hooked on the Uncrustables. I had one last night. That was my dinner. I had an Uncrustable. I'm like, my diet is I'm turned into a 5-year-old again. What else did he have in there? So John got a breakfast box, and it had scrambled eggs with tater tots. I think it had bacon. And it had pancakes. It was really good. I had a pancake. But I just love the concept of the store. And like, I'm looking in the, like he's got the little bottles of juice. It's kind of like you're in a cafeteria almost. Has little bottles of juice and little different kinds of the Uncrustables, and it's just fun food. Fun food. See, I'm getting this putty on here. It's making me nuts. I don't like putty on my canvas. And this is Diamond Art Club putty. I'm trying to practice here because I don't like diamond painting east to west. I like going north and south, up and down, not sideways. So I'm trying to practice a little bit here. Yeah, but I got this lump on my finger. Oh, I hate it. I hate looking at it. I got it after like doing a lot of diamond painting. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell is this? And he just keeps telling me to soak it. He's like, just soak. I'm like, Andrew, I've been soaking it since June. When is it going to go away? Well, you might have some arthritis there. It might not. I'm like, okay, I don't like what you're telling me right now. Go away. And what's funny is like he grew up with my son. He's that young. He's like 38. He grew up with my son. He grew up in the neighborhood. I'm like, oh my God, and now he's my doctor. That's why I tell you guys, wear your squishies. If you're a gripper, I try to hold my diamond painting pen as high up as I can, because you're not going to be pressing down too hard. I mean, I learned my lesson that day, and I knew my hand was hurting me, but I was just so in the zone of what I was doing. I didn't want to stop. And there's really no reason to really press down hard on your drills or on your diamond painting. You could see how lightly I'm picking these up, because your putty is, our putty is kind of tacky, and the canvas is tacky too, so you really don't need to have any kind of force picking it up. I almost wanted to sit back down with Bud again yesterday because I really enjoyed the diamond painting yesterday. I really enjoyed being able to take a nice big chunk of that canvas. It was two 10 by 10 blocks, and be able to work on it and be so relaxed and just be, so in my zone, but still be teaching. And I know where I'm going. I'm not overwhelmed by the confetti anymore. I know where I'm going, and it's getting done, and I'm enjoying myself, and I'm having fun. There's no stress, there's no anxiety. That this morning I almost sat down with it and just started to diamond paint the parts that I left for next week. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it with my subscribers. I'm just staying right here in this vicinity. I could meander up. I guess I could, right? I really don't want to. I want to stay down here and move on to the next color. And that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, but the Empress. Oh my, the costumes are so gorgeous, and the storyline is good, and it has everything. It's got, it's got the love part for sure, and it's got the jealousy part, and it's got the treason, and just really interesting. The brothers are like Cain and Abel, you really don't know who to trust. It's really very interesting. And it's so richly written that I could really only watch one episode. I really wanted to watch the next episode last night when it came on. I was like, no, it's kind of heavy. And I think I'm just going to save it for another night. I don't need to do these, what do they call them? Binges. I don't want to do a binge. I can wait. I don't know. Like, I know that we waited for things to come on week to week, but like these today, you don't have to. I can't imagine what it's like, hearing that, for this generation that doesn't have to anymore. Like, oh, we used to wait for things to come on from week to week. Like, I remember getting the TV guide because it had like, I think in the summertime they used to show, they used to repeat the seasons. And then the fall TV guide would come out, and that little book would be packed, and you just would sit there and take your time going through all the new shows that were coming out for the fall. But during the summer they would like repeat everything that was the previous fall and winter series. That's how it was done. If you missed it, you had to wait until summer reruns. And then you had to wait all summer for, things to get wrapped up, because, everything ended with a cliffhanger. All right, guys, I want you to tell me if you know what I'm talking about. What was the cliffhanger you most waited for? Because I know there were summers where all you heard was who shot JR, who survived the wedding in Dynasty, whose contracts were negotiated. They made it through the shooting at the wedding. What was another cliffhanger? Who shot JR? Well, I know that there was one from Knots Landing, and I can't remember. Why do I think it had something to do with Ted and Val? Ted and Val. You know, we had a discussion here about Knots Landing, and I ended up going on Instagram. I follow everybody now. I follow Donna Mills, Michelle Lee. I follow Joan Collins. Joan Collins is a riot. She is living her best life. I follow Heather Locklear. Yeah, you guys got me all started following everybody up. I got all started up with that Knots Landing. Dun, 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 dun. I think I just murdered that theme song. And Alec Baldwin was on Knots Landing, and Lisa Hartman, CJ. Yep, she was the singer. Now she's married to Clint Black. Yep, I follow her too. But Joan Collins cracks me up. They must have had some kind of hurricane, tornado or something. She's outside with a broom, sweeping her villa. I'm like, who's she kidding? She ain't sweeping no water up. Yeah, but she is. She was doing it. But she looked like a goddess. And when they caught her with the broom cleaning the water, she turned around and got right into her Joan Collins pose. Alexis, the goddess. Oh my God. I love those girls. I do. I love them. Sammy Jo lives, everybody lives up high in the hills. Sammy Jo, her daughter, is so beautiful. Ava, that she had with Richie Sambora. I mean, Sammy Jo was a badass on, was she on? She was on Knots Landing. She was on, not Dallas. Oh my God, I can't remember now. Oh, with the Carringtons. But she was a badass. But when it hit the papers that she was marrying Tommy Lee, what? Of Motley Crue, what? That was a lot. That was a lot. We were all floored. Oh my God, I could hear the music in my head. And in fact, that wasn't Knots Landing's music. It was, oh my God. You guys are all screaming it at me. When something's like right on the tip of your tongue? Because I remember that was my jam to watch. And I remember being in like 6th grade maybe when it was on. And I would always be so excited that Crystal Carrington and Alexis were coming on. Oh my God. I think it's on Pluto now. Dynasty. Oh my God, I had Dallas in my head. Dynasty. I think it's on Pluto now. And I believe that they're going to start showing, if they haven't already, Knots Landing. It's coming back. I used to love how everybody used to, in Knots Landing, they would congregate at Karen's house. For coffee. We had great sitcoms. We had great shows, I think. My show as a kid was Family Affair. I loved Family Affair with Buffy and Jody, the twins, who go to Manhattan to live with Uncle Bill when their parents are killed in a car accident. And Buffy would walk around with this doll, Mrs. Beasley. She looked like a librarian. Well, she really didn't. She looked like a grandmother. She looked like she should have been baking cookies all the time. That doll would have scared the hell out of me. I would have never closed my eyes around that doll. And Jody went everywhere with Jody. Jody went everywhere with it. I always went everywhere with Mrs. Beasley. I would have never closed my eyes around that doll. That doll looked like it would, that doll looked like it came to life at night. I thought that she was scarier than Chucky, actually. Let's go to the next caller. I can't believe this conversation that I'm having. So this is what goes on in her mind. What other shows am I watching on Pluto? I told you guys I watched Saturday Night Fever. Yep. I watched Saturday Night Fever when it came on. Because they have a 70s channel. And I was watching all shows from the 70s. I watched every Airport when it came on. I didn't even know that these shows existed. Airport. These movies existed. Alien. The first Alien. That's not from the 70s though. That's like from the 80s. The first one didn't scare me. Indiana Jones. Watch that. Romancing the Stone. The Roses. What was that one? Michael Douglas and Catherine are married. The War of the Roses. I watched that one. So there's like, sometimes I don't know what to watch. And I'll be like, oh, let me see what Pluto's got on. Because they always have a good movie on. They always have a good movie on. I mean, for a free platform, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty great. And like those movies are like movies I could watch over and over again. The War of the Roses. I could watch The Devil's Advocate over and over. Because I love me some Keanu any day of the week. There was an old show with Jennifer Connelly and Billy Crudup. And it was called... Oh my God. It began with a W. I'll think of it. And he is being groomed by his family to be a senator, and she is traveling around the world to third world countries, and they meet and fall in love. And I won't tell you the rest of the story, but that's a movie that I could watch over and over again. Oh my God, what's that? It's like one word, begins with a W, and it's a black and white cover, and it's him and her on the cover. There's just like those like movies that never get old, or you just love this. And I love their story, the fact that he was being groomed to be a senator, and she was traveling around the world to help these third world countries, and they meet and fall in love, but they each have a mission in life, and they can't be together, and the story revolves around her being killed. But was she really killed? You don't know. You'll watch the whole movie not knowing if she's... Is it him? Is he going crazy? Or was it a hoax that she was killed? So Billy Crudup and Jennifer Connelly. Right now, I would be on my phone looking it up, but I'm filming on my phone. I really have to make up my mind. I need a computer again. I always had an Apple, and now that I'm doing most of my work on an Android, because the camera is better and I have more storage, so I'm looking for what am I going to use? An Apple is an Apple. You don't have any other choices. But when you're on an Android and you're going now towards Microsoft, or a Chromebook. It's like, I don't know. There's so many choices. Oh my God. My brain was hurting trying to figure out, which one I was going to get. But I have to make up my mind. I can't be doing everything on my cell phone all the time. You know what other movie I like too? Meryl Streep and Robert De Niro. Falling in love. They meet on a train. That's a really good one. That's one that's, what would you do? And my husband loves Gone Baby Gone. Gone Baby Gone. He loves watching with people, and he loves having a discussion afterward about what would you have done. Gone Baby Gone. And he's like, all the women always have the same answer, and all the men always have the same answer. I think he was a little disappointed when I watched it. I think he thought that I was going to have a different answer, but I don't know. I think it's really interesting that the men have one perspective and the women have another one, and they're like bookends. And neither one will budge. So that's Casey Affleck, who I love. I love Casey. I love Ben, but I wish Ben would get his life together. It's terrible, terrible, terrible disease to be addicted to alcohol. Because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it. Now you can't even get away from it. If you go grocery shopping, it's there. So, and J-Lo, I don't know whether to feel sorry for her or not. I don't know. But these people live lives that we'll never really understand what their, what kind of what weighs heavy on their mind being in the industry that they're in, and the money that they make, and the people that are around them. I couldn't do it. I couldn't have that many people around me all the time. Boy, I'm just meandering all over, all different topics. I did get the book, It Ends With Us. I was such a huge Blake Lively fan, but after seeing a couple interviews, and I think I'm very objective, she's a mean girl, man. She's a mean girl. I always thought she was so classy and pretty, and seeing her with her husband, Ryan, and how gorgeous they are, and this little family that they're creating, but she's mean. Holy crap. Could you be that pretty and be that mean to people? And be, so blessed to be in this industry where you're making a living. That's what I mean. Where you're making a living and you are, able to do, I hope, what you love. I hope. I'm going to put this last little gem in. I am going to number 3, little black gem. Yep. I am going to, how do you see me? Oh, there I am. So I'm going to finish up, and I'm going to do it on a fast forward because we're getting ready to go to lunch for the boy's birthday. And then, what am I doing? I'm going to give you a nice little shot of what Adela, portrait of Adele, and I've heard it Adela and Adele, looks like. So, Woman in Gold, she was coined Woman in Gold when the portrait was stolen when the Nazis invaded Vienna. So, I try and call her by her name, Adela. I'm out. Throwback Thursday. Oh, and it's a vote, so it's not too late to vote. I'm not going to pull the canvas until I sit down here tomorrow to paint. So it's Rico, Night's Rest, who are always neck and neck, or my little bud. Maybe he got some love because you guys missed him from the other day. Bye. See you in the next one. Keep creating that world you want to live in, and you know, tell me what you're working on, and I don't know, just share anything. Here he comes. He's ready. He's hungry. He's like a bear.